What's up, everyone? This is Saberwolf94. Got another Pokemon TCG online game today, using a Darkness deck. Uh, Believe it or not, I use these decks quite a lot, especially in the past, back with when the Hydreigon from Dragon's Exalted was around. You know, the good old Darkrai, Darkcloak, broken Pokemon. Anyway, but this is a little different than what I used to, what I used to play, what I'm usually playing, I should say. It's basically Yveltal, the two Yveltals, a broken combination. This deck has always been reliable. It just seems as long as it's been around, it's a reliable deck. It's a very good deck. Uh, the synergy, the just overall usefulness of those Pokemon on their own. But as you see here, there's also a Honchcrow, and you don't really have to run this. Probably more Yveltal attackers, the big EX, might be better, but you know the benefit it has is it's a stage 1. It's only going to give 1 prize, and if you manage to put damage around, then it's good. Okay, so start with the Yveltal. It's a great starter. You want to start with it, and what we're going to get is we're going to use Bridget and get our Markrows and our Zubats. I do run the Zubat Golbat combo here, so it can put some damage counters and do some extra damage uh, with Honchcrow. That's basically the gist of this deck, you know. Use the Golbats, put some damage on, maybe use the small Yveltal and even the big Yveltal, do some damage, and then Honchcrow can do shitloads of damage if the opponent has a lot of damage counters on. Not the greatest attack, but you know, it can be decent. Uh, I decided to get a little creative instead of just using the, you know, usual Yveltals. Especially since, you know, Honchcrow is one of my favorite Darkness Pokemon. So anyway, so he uses the Big Wheel GX attack. Uh, it seems that every time they use this, I always have N, and they just did it for nothing. I attach my Darkness energies, and I'm going to draw a bunch of cards here. We get the Ultra Ball, so I'm going to set up my discard pile nicely. I believe I should have at least 1 Darkness energy. I don't know if I put another one before. We're going to get our other Honchcrow, and we're set up in a very good fashion here. Have our Yveltals, have our Honchcrow set up, and I'm going to play Golbat too, put some damage counters on Drampa GX and get the hurt on. You know, we don't have Crobat, unfortunately, but 2 damage counters is still pretty good. The benefit is you have more space this way. So we're naturally going to get the fantastic energy acceleration from Yveltal's Oblivion Wing. So Yveltal EX is ready to attack. My opponent attaches the Choice Band, although it's not really going to make much of a difference. Attaches another double colorless energy, so you can basically use the big attack now. It's a good thing I didn't put the damage counters on the Trubbish, because then he would have been doing shitloads of damage with the 3 energy attack. He would have killed me. But this way, you know, he has to set up this stuff on his own. And he does with the field spell. So Berserk is going to do 150. But because he has so many energies and he's softened up, you know, it's such an easy kill with Yveltal. Like, straight up. I attached the Darkness energy to Yveltal. It was probably unnecessary, but I did so anyway. I would rather, you know, put the double colorless instantly on Honchcrow, but we're nevertheless going to manually set them up anyway. So I used Nest Ball, get another Zubat here, and we're going to put the Fighting Fury Belt, so that's even more perfect for our Yveltal. And Evil Ball is going to do 170 damage, so that's more than enough. Like I said, didn't really need the Darkness energy on him. And we get our Altar of the Moon, which is a good thing to get. can get rid of his stadium. That could be annoying. So the Trash Lunch Garbodor is out, but I'm not sure exactly how much of a threat it is. I don't really believe a lot of item cards have went to the discard pile, you know, and exactly why Cyclone is going to kill this guy. So he plays even more Trebuchets, another Drampa, Sycamores, does very minimal damage with Trashalanch, and I am going to evolve the Zubat to Golbat again and put the damage counters on Drampa, soften him up for my future guys. So we're going to attach Darkness Energy to Honchcrow, and you know, why Cyclone is just about enough. I kill the guy and I'm able to conserve my energy just in case anything unexpected happens. Probably not likely, but okay, we get the Taurus GX. I do run this card as a decent little tech. I know that smart people can play around it, but you know, at least it can still attack with Horn Attack. Okay, and immediately he plays his Stadium again, and I didn't really get to use Ultra of the Moon, but that's how it is with Stadium Wars. I mean, plays a Choice Band, and with Field Blow, he's gonna get rid of my Fury Belt, which is gonna matter because if he gets damage on one of these guys, he could kill me. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Tauros GX since we have the space, and I decide, hey, you know what? Should I use the Field Blower or what? And I think I don't because he was gonna kill me anyway, so I decided, hey, let's not waste it. This guy is gonna die, and you know, it's just I decided to save the Field Blower in case he plays somebody fresh with a tool on him or something. Of course, Trubbish does have a Float Stone on it, but if I can discard at least two things with a Field Blower and you know, certainly Megaphone, and even back in the day with Tool Scrapper, I usually go for it. There was no need to be hasty. So it's at this point he plays another Choice Band, and I'm thinking, okay, next turn I'm going to Field Blower. But yeah, that's not really effective against my guys anyway. So Righteous Edge is going to do 50. He hasn't even managed to kill me, even though I didn't get rid of the tool, so I'm thinking, okay, pretty useless. Play the Professor's Letter, get some Darkness Energy. My guys are pretty set up, as you guys can see, and because I have the switch, I'm actually going to use it. There's no reason to waste Yveltal EX if I can still use him. If he gets a Pokemon with a bunch of energy, then Yveltal is going to be a good finisher. We use our Field Blower, so I'm going to get rid of his tools now. Probably doesn't matter much, but you know, I get rid of Potown actually. Yeah, forgot. Yeah, Potown, and I didn't get rid of the Float Stone. I guess it doesn't matter. And Raven's Crow. It's going to do 120 damage for 2 energy. So yeah, it kind of sucks that they need to have so many damage counters hit for the attack to be decent. If it was like times 2 or like 20 damage counters for each 20 damage for each damage counter would have been better, but yeah. So he's going to play Guzma, target down my Yveltal, but once again he doesn't even manage to kill it. And I think it's at this point that, you know, I'm going to put the Choice Band and I pretty much have game. It doesn't matter what he does, you know. I can put on the hurt with Yveltal EX, and then one of the Honchcrows can come in to finish the job. So Y Cyclone is going to do 120, and I get to put the Darkness Energy on Golbat too, I'm pretty sure. No reason to put it on Tauros GX since I have the double colorless energy. Yeah. So it's at this point that I think he's gonna scoop. Plays Tapu Lele, gonna search something, but doesn't really matter much. Guzma, what can he do at this point? The prize lead is pretty huge too. Goes to show you how fantastic Yveltal EX is still. Uh, so yeah, he thought he was pretty clever promoting this guy, but I have the double colorless energy and I can just use the GX attack, and it's at this point that he's gonna scoop. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a decent little game. I think it's going my favorite and stuff. I'm gonna obviously play more games, possibly with this deck, maybe improve it and stuff. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe. Maybe share it with your friends. Like it. This helps. And what's up?